Alright, so my car's in the air. I have a number 6 Allen key, which I've got to grab. I've already started that plug. I've got my Timmy's cup here, and what I want to do is capture some of this so that I can see what it looks like. As you guys can see, I'm seeping just a little bit. This thing takes 0.53 liters of 75 140. Yep, 75 140. So I'm going to loosen that plug off, which is loose by hand right now. Catch her a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, there she is leaking out. And you know what? She is green. And it's caught a little bit here, this magnet. So that's doing its job, which that looks worse than wear, but that's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna let this drain out, and then actually I've got my camera. I want to stick my camera up in there and do have a little look-see to see how that thing is. Let this thing drain out. This is that little plug there, all polished up there, cleaned up. So that's a little magnetic one. You guys see the color, black and kind of greenish there, military, still dripping. This is the PTU, the new one, which he paid to have these seals put in. And I do know that this seal, well, this portion right here is kind of difficult to get in here. I've been told that by a Ford tech that these things can be difficult. This is the plug I just took out. This one's actually got a fill, which mine does not have, and some don't even have drains, so go figure. This is the one you guys saw in the video. I'm assuming that they must have tried getting this out or something like that to see how it was, but see how that thing's in there. So the other one's supposed to be in there as well. Now while she's up there, I just noticed that this is super rusty, like so rusty. In fact, I don't want to touch it anymore because it's about ready to fall apart. So I need to replace that. Find a replacement for that. So what I should say too is I've taken my car to Ford, and Ford told me that this is lifetime. My car has 207,500 kilometers as of right now, this very minute. And that's when I'm doing this. Now, because of the color of this, I'm going to be changing my fluid. My next oil change, which is in roughly less than 8,000 kilometers, because I changed my fluid even though it's full synthetic. I change my oil every 8,000 kilometers, which is about 5,000 miles. So I want to make sure that this stuff stays good. Now, Ford told me that this was lifetime. And back here, where was that drain? I don't remember where the drain is on this. I think it's on the back side, but I do know the fill. So the fill is right there, right? Can't remember where the drain is. I don't remember. It's been a minute. So that's the fill. Anyways, Ford told me in order for me to change the fluid on this, because they couldn't reach that right there. They couldn't reach that. Yeah, I did. They told me that this entire cross member had to be replaced, or had to be dropped down so they could gain access to it. And I haven't changed the fluid in this, but I don't know why some Fords are so lazy that they just don't want to do the work. That's the only excuse I can think of, is they're lazy. And there's a lot of videos out there saying, you know, that Ford says this is lifetime. And could you imagine if I actually kept this in my vehicle for a lifetime? Like, just, I don't know. And here's this is the big one, okay? I actually looked this one up. So this one here in the Ford Interceptor, this is a $3,500 power transfer unit. I honestly don't know the difference in these things. I don't. But this one is $1,700. Go figure. $1,700, $3,500. I don't know if it's because it's police equipment or what. But I'm gonna let this thing pretty much drip dry until it stops dripping before I stick my camera up there. Well, that kind of turned into a mess there. You guys see there's some fluid all over the place there. But I managed to get a transfer pump and pump in just a little more than 5.3. And it took me a little bit to get this plug back into place here, sorry. But yeah, so she's in anyways, and she's probably right around that 5.3, because I did right around, oh, you guys can't see that, 5.5, just a little more. So I'm gonna call this done. And now that I've done this little pump that I bought actually has one-way valves. So this little kit right here, the thing is that these thread, this is the larger of the two, but the nice thing is this is a one-way valve. So if you guys can hear that, see how that moves. So what I need is get a fitting that matches my output or my plug, so I can put it on this here, so I can actually thread this one in and just leave this one in. So that one's 3/8. I think I need obviously a little bit bigger. So again, I'm going to call this one done. I got to brake clean some of this stuff off because I definitely don't want to be burning oil going down the road. I've got to tighten that thing back up, and I'll call this job done. So that fluid wasn't super bad, but it's going to be a little bit gray the next time it comes out. So I've got about 7,000 kilometers before my next oil change. So I will do it again, and if there's any changes in this or whatever, I will definitely let you guys know. But that's how I changed the fluid in my Interceptor. So I know I wasn't able to record the whole thing. This kit that I bought, this one here doesn't quite go into the bottle, unfortunately. So it kind of made a mess. I had a rag, which you can see is completely soaked here. That rag right there is completely soaked, as I was trying to hold the rag against it so it wouldn't drip. But it started dripping out just before I was about ready to stop. I plugged that hole up and get that plug in. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you guys like. Don't forget to subscribe and do all that common stuff. Peace. See you guys next one.